Hey, what's going on, fellow hunters and collectors out there? Welcome back to Toy Hunters R Us. I am your host, Dip Moister. Just kidding, just Dipney. And we're gonna continue with this Rampage review or attempt, second attempt for that Rampage review. The final figure of this wave is gonna be Black Manta, and we're gonna take a look at this bad boy. Man, when I saw the reveal for this wave and then I saw that they were straight up gonna give us a solid figure for this, I almost lost it. I was like, damn, we're gonna get a movie based Black Manta, which, you know, all things considering, doesn't look that bad. Here's your product shots. I keep forgetting about the product shots, and then this bad boy we're gonna build it up at the end. But yeah. If you want to read the description, it's right there. Pause it if you want to read it. Okay, so let's crack this little guy open. It's hard to say, but with Black Manta, he had multiple origin stories. One of them was like he was stranded in the middle of the ocean, and then he saw Aquaman. He was yelling for his help. You know, he was trying to get his attention, but Aquaman just never saw him, and you know, he just became Black Manta to seek revenge on him. So in the movie, I don't know what's his role there, but it's kind of cool that we're gonna see him in the big screen. So personally, I'm super excited. So I can't wait to actually watch the movie. And this figure came with the head and torso for the Trench Warrior. And that completes the final piece of the puzzle. Okay. Huh. Okay, so far, I only see, I guess, one blade. Weird. Anyway. They gave his only accessory is the dagger. So I don't know. He pretty much is the Cyclops of the sea for me. Wouldn't you agree? Let me know. Okay, so here's Black Manta. And just by looking at it, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. I'm looking at it. Hopefully this figure won't disappoint, because I did hear some people had some issues with it, but I'm hoping that I have no issues. Alright, so let's look at the detail. We have this bright black right here on the top of his helmet, and then around the eyes. This red tone color for the eyes, for the lens of the helmet. Get some detail right here on the back. The backpack, which is the jetpack. Oh snap, look at that. I wasn't expecting that. I thought they were just going to be inert, like not movable at all, but that's pretty sweet. His jetpack it moves. It actually moves. That's nice. Really nice. Surprise, surprise. Well, there you go. Right there for the back. Some more sculpted detail for the turbines right there. Almost wish that they would have put, I don't know, maybe a reddish tone right there for the turbine. Maybe like it's light up or something. That would have been nice. Also here. Maybe a little bit of metallic gray right here for the tubing. But that's just me. I guess it could have worked. And we'll get some detail right here on the lower back for the belt. Now let's take a look at the front. Oops, sorry. There you go. I really like how this figure came out. It's really nice. Surprise, surprise. A little bit more of that bright black right there. A little bit more toned out right there. So it's kind of like it's just black and then kind of like carven color. So it's really weird. No, I think it's just black. It's probably just matte black, and then we have that bright black. We have the detail right here for the little thrusters on the back of his legs. And for the foot, I need to verify this. Does it or does it not have ankle pivot? Oh snaps, we have ankle rockers. We have another winner in this wave. That's awesome. Alright, so let's take a look at the articulation, okay? So, profile shot, we'll try to look up. Impossible. It's non-existent. Try to look down. Tiny bit, not much. Obviously rotation, but that's it. Torso, it's on a hinge, so it can go about that low, that far back. Arms full rotation on ball hinge, 90 degree like that, obviously. And then rotation on the bicep. Bummer, single jointed elbow. Wrist are on a hinge. Movement up and down depending on the configuration. Dagger has no articulation, duh. We have rotation on the hip. Legs can kick up about that high. Rotation on the thigh. Double jointed knee. No rotation on the shin, and disc hinge and ankle rocker for the foot. So overall, the articulation, it's outstanding for this figure. Really love how the detail came out. The articulation works. Can do the full bandam. Bam. Now there's this thing that I kept on seeing on Instagram. There was this guy that was doing like a review for this guy. And essentially his hip joints were too loose. But look, I have no problems with mine. So thankfully, I guess his just had a QC error, but this one looks like I have no issues there. So that's awesome. Yeah, because essentially he did it like this, and the legs were like wobbling back and forth. But no, see? Even with this, like I'm doing it back and forth really strong, and it's barely doing it. So yeah, mine, it's good. I'm trying to do some dynamic posing, but looks like he's just gonna go to the crapper. So I just leave the posing for the professionals. Alrighty. There you go. So, we're finally done with this wave. What can I say? If I had to power rank, well, first of all, let me say, this Black Manta is a totally recommendable figure. I own the Essentials Black Manta. That one I haven't opened, so obviously it's got to be better than this. But I don't know. That one is based on the comic book version, so we'll get to that later. This one, on the other hand, you know, even though it's based on a movie character, well, and a live action adaptation of the comic book, it actually looks really, really nice. I love the detail. The fact that the thrusters in the back for the jetpack are actually movable. I'm very surprised. You know, it just gives me more perspective, more possibility. Maybe, I don't know, maybe some effects or something that I could put there. make it look better, but overall, it's nice. Really love how this figure came out. Really glad I got it when I did. So there you have it. Do not underestimate this figure, man. It's if you find them, you gotta get them. I totally recommend it. So my power ranking is gonna go like this. Let's start from the worst to the best. Worst, Mara. I'm sorry, I love Amber Heard, but this figure is just pure trash. Hopefully, some other company out there will make a better figure of this. Meanwhile, I just need her for the trench warrior, so she's going on a binge somewhere. Followed by Aquaman, mainly because we already had an Aquaman figure. This one is just an updated version. I do love the throwback look, so that's a plus for me. The inclusion of the ankle pivot, that's a plus. So that's awesome. And then, of course, spot number 2 is going to go for Orm, because I never owned anything from Orm. He looks just cool, very comic book accurate, even though it's a live action adaptation of the comic book, but it looks spot on to the comic book. I really love how that figure came out. And the first place obviously goes for Black Manta. This figure just, I don't know, it just like came right out of the gate, full force, and it blew me away. So I'm sold on this guy. Totally love it. I recommend you, not the entire wave, but mainly these 3. On the next video, we're gonna put together the Trench Warrior, which already have the pieces right there. So please stay tuned for the next video. With that said, thank you very much for your time today. Well, for the moment, if you watch all the way through the end. And if you did, and if you like it, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Share my content. Help me get out there, Help me reach other people. And if you can go back and take a look at my previous work, I would really appreciate that. With that said, thank you very much for your time. I'm your host, Dibney. You were watching Toy Hunters with Russ. See you in the next video, Trench Warrior. See you next time. Doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.